Alright. Oh, no. Anyway, um, I don't know. I don't even know. I don't know what I'm gonna talk about. I just was like, you know what? I should probably make a new video. And I thought, why not now? Because I finally got more conditioner so I can actually fucking condition my hair. So it's not like, just shampooed. Because I love conditioner and it always makes my hair just feel like, I don't know, better, healthier, thicker. Um, so, and also I have my endoscopy, I don't know. I have that tomorrow. So, my plan is I'm just gonna like not eat after probably 8 or 9, and then I'm not gonna drink anything but water up until like probably, I don't know. Oh, I'm not gonna drink it all tomorrow until like after the appointment because you can't drink, which sucks actually, which is like my worst nightmare. Not being able to eat, sure that would suck because I'm kind of a fat ass, but I mean, it's not the end of the world for me. But not being able to drink, that's my biggest fear because I will get a headache, I'll feel nauseous. Like car rides, I have to bring a water bottle anywhere I go because the car rides, the anxiety of just doing shit, bro. I'm going to get so nauseous and I'm going to need a drink of water. So I'm praying to God that, you know, I'm don't like fucking throw up or some shit tomorrow. Like on the car ride because oh my lord. Dude, I'm gonna hate it. I like already regret ever even fucking agreeing to do it, but I need to figure out what the fuck is wrong with me so I don't have to deal with this nausea. I'm just so worried. Bitch, fuck you. You left me undelivered. Who the fuck do you think you are? Anyway, um, what else are we gonna talk about today? What are we gonna talk about today? I don't know. Honestly, my life has just been like super boring, so there's just nothing to talk about. I did have a strange dream though. I had a dream that like I went back to 5th grade, but like I was still 19. So I was just 19 in 5th grade. I think I was with like my friend, a friend or maybe multiple friends, I don't know. It's so weird because I was just chilling with everybody. I was just like I was mostly hanging out with teachers and shit, cause I don't like kids. I hate kids. I can't stand kids. But like, okay, actually it's really weird because there was like a brief moment. I was like watching Abbott Elementary and I was like, you know what? Like maybe being a teacher wouldn't be that bad, you know? Like I want to help kids. Like although I hate kids, really hate kids. I mean, I still care for them in the sense that I don't want a kid growing up in life that I did, you know? Like, I could find ways to prevent that through being a teacher, right? Like, being there for a kid and, like, caring about kids, being their friends. Well, not really. Being their teacher, but, like, being kind to them, helping them make friends, just weird shit like that. Weird shit when it's just basic human decency. But I don't know, because I mean, I would never be able to teach anything above like elementary. I'm stupid as hell. But also, elementary kids are the ones that throw up the most, and I have emetophobia to the fucking max. When I was in elementary school, bro, it was a nightmare. A nightmare. There's been multiple times where kids have just thrown up in the classroom. And like, bro, there's one girl that like got like food poisoning or some shit, and she was like, I don't feel good. I feel like I'm gonna throw up. And the teacher literally just put a fucking trash can next to her seat and said, like, and just like made her stay in the classroom. And the trash can was like right in the middle of, so she was like two desks. There was her desk mate and then her. Right in the middle of them. And of course she fucking threw up. And the throw up, literally, like, she basically almost threw up on that poor kid. That is my worst fucking nightmare. And it was right next to me, too. So she was in this aisle, I was in this aisle. The aisle next to her, and I was literally, like, I was backing up into my desk mate, like, get the fuck away from me, get the fuck away from me. She had to, like, walk out, Bro. I was, like, shoving my desk mate, like, into these other desks. And she was like, what's going on, man? What's going on? And, like, I couldn't stop shaking either. And, she finally realized what was going on. And then I sat down. I finally had to sit down because the teacher was getting mad at me. She was also like, stop shaking, like, stop shaking. Like, bitch, I fucking can't. Like, I like that teacher, my third grade teacher. She was a sweet teacher. She was really good. But in that moment, I wanted to, like, bitch slap her. I want to go, bitch! Don't fucking say that shit to me. I can't stop shaking. If I could stop shaking, I fucking would've. But I fucking can't because I have the biggest fucking fear of throw up. Oh my god. I think that was like just a little rude of her to say. Like, bro, come on. You're a teacher. You've got to understand that kids are going to have a very wide range of fears. And mine just so happened to be fucking vomit. Alright? And it still fucking is. So, I remember another time, there was a kid. This was like at the after school thing that I had to go to because my dad would work and like my parents are divorced. So we were living with my dad and we still do. We've always lived with my dad. So, but I don't know. It just sounded like we were living with my dad at the time. No, I've never lived with my mom. But we were living with my dad and he has to fucking work obviously. And at this time he couldn't work from home. That was like not an option until the virus happened and then we all had to work from home and he got to stay working from home, so yeah. But he has to work from like really early in the morning to like 6 p.m. usually, and his work is downtown and we live in the fucking suburbs. So um he like so we had to go to me and my sister both had to go to this like after school thing, the YMCA, like after school daycare thing, just because I mean we couldn't be home alone. We were just way too young. So we like there was this kid and I'm like, oh my god. There was this kid and he was like, feeling sick, right? Bro. When I tell you, like we would like usually um like we were in the cafeteria. That's where this whole daycare was. Like in the cafeteria of an elementary school. This motherfucking kid, bro. Sorry. Um, so basically, cafeteria, pretty big, but he got like one of those big ass like janitor rolling trash bins because we had nothing else. Um, and I mean, I'm pretty sure he just like started throwing up because he was feeling sick, and I was hiding under those long ass lunch tables. I was running everywhere like trying to get as far as fucking possible from this guy. I don't know, it was just like the worst fucking nightmare for me. It's like why is like everyone was fucking throwing their asses up, bro. It was so horrible. I don't think come to think of it, I don't think I've ever thrown up in school. So strange. I've never thrown up in school. Excuse me. But, you know, I mean, I don't know. It's just like nobody took it seriously either. Nobody was like nobody thought nobody like actually like understood just how fucking scared I was. I don't know, it just really sucked because nobody like understood me, so it's like nobody could, understand like why I was running away. Why am I like literally trembling in fear? I mean, I kind of get it because like I don't understand people with like those fears of like holes or whatever. Like, um, I don't even know what it's called. I don't have a lot of we all have like very different fears, and I don't understand people who have the huge fear of like a bunch of holes. You know, and that's okay. But the thing is that you don't want to be like insensitive about it. You don't want to be like stop running away, stop like sit back down in your seat. You know, I think that's just like rude, especially like if they're a young kid and they're expressing that amount of fear, like it's so like insensitive to just be like sit back down in your seat. You're going to get in trouble if you don't sit back down and stop shaking. Like I'm not trying to shake. I'm not trying to be scared, but I am. I am fucking so afraid of this shit right now. And you're just being so fucking rude and telling me, go sit back down, stop shaking, you're going to get in trouble. You know? Like, I'm a fucking child. I'm like, what? 9 or 10 years old, and you're telling me that my fear is, invalid, basically? That's just rude. That's not something that you should be telling a child. I'm trying to close this. Bro, close! Take it up my screen. There we go. I don't know. I just feel like school's always been such a nightmare for me. It's like it was just like a bunch of years after years of like people not fucking understanding me and me not understanding people. I feel like it's always been kind of really hard for me to make friends. I feel like growing up, like in elementary school and shit, I literally was like I always wanted to be homeschooled because I hated school. I always wanted to be homeschooled. It's like I don't know, the people there made it miserable. I don't want to go to a place that makes me miserable every day, you know? It sucks. But it's like, also, it's like, it was the kids. Like, these kids just were not being raised well. You could tell. They had no fucking manners. They didn't know how to be nice. They were judging. They were always so fucking judgy. I literally, like, ever since I was in fucking, like, what? Kindergarten, I was fucking judged. And outcasted. I don't even know why, because that was way before I started realizing I don't really like the color pink. I hate wearing pink. You know? I hate wearing shorts to school. I want to wear pants and only pants. You know? I was wearing fucking skirts. Especially in like second grade, I went through a really big phase of wearing skirts. I was super girly, wanted colorful things. So I don't know why I was hated. I was literally just like everybody else at that time. Blonde ass hair, blue ass eyes, super girly and princessy. Because I was a fucking kid. And yet, I was for some reason still outcasted. Now, I guess it wasn't really as bad in kindergarten because we were still like, we didn't know what we were doing. We were all fucking dumbass kids. I was actually kind of popular. I feel like, well, not really, but like, because we were a lot less judgmental in kindergarten, I could get around like with, being okay with everyone. I even had a really good friend. I won't say their name, but in kindergarten we were like best friends. And we would make fun jokes and like joke about poop or whatever. And then we grew up and she's still really nice. I think we were like Instagram mutuals, but I don't know. I guess we both just changed so much that we couldn't. I don't feel like we could actually be friends, like good friends. We're just mutuals. To be honest, I'm kind of fine with that because I mean, she's a really nice girl. Like she's super sweet. I still really like her. I just sometimes I miss that we were so close and then we grew up. You know, then we went into first grade and we just never spoke again. I don't know. And then I don't know. Like I think it's just I mean first grade was not honestly any better. I barely remember first grade though. I remember in kindergarten I did get like stitches up here. I don't remember why. I don't remember what they did, but it was a procedure and then, you know, doing something here. I just remember that the stitches were related to the fact that I had to fix my gap. So I had a really big gap. And it's not like one of those cute gaps that you get to keep, sadly. You know, I probably wouldn't have minded actually keeping my gap because that was kind of cute. I like gapped teeth. I think that's adorable. But it was the fact that I couldn't keep it because they would just like grow outward like this. So I had to get that shit fixed, but if I could have a gap, I would. My friend had one, but I guess they got bullied and then they got really insecure about it, so they got braces. And I still miss it to this day because I was basically living vicariously through them. So like, you know what? I couldn't keep my gap, but you got to, and you are rocking that shit. But I guess they didn't think so. And honestly, that's what sucks. They fucking got bullied. Like this one rude, mean ass bitch, made fun of it. And they got braces. They went through a lot of pain, You know, braces are really cute. I love braces. I always wanted them growing up as a kid, along with glasses. But braces are so painful. Like, I've known some people who've gotten braces, and they're all like, dude, like, I'm in so much pain right now. So they did all that just to fix their gap. Like, ugh. The fact that it was so fucking cute too. Like, I loved it so much. That's what bullies do. They make you insecure about the actually awesome things about you. Then you fix it. You change it. That's why school fucking sucks. But I have to go back. I'm stuck. Because I got sick. It actually is really depressing when I think about it. So I'm not going to. Anyway. Honestly, there are moments where I, like, do miss elementary school because it was so easy. Well, not really, actually. I had horrible grades. I've always had horrible grades, other than, like, freshman year. I think freshman year I had, like, fantastic grades, but any other school year in my entire life, shitty. So terrible. I don't even understand how I made it through school at all. Actually, I did. I got held back in kindergarten. I don't know why. There've been like I've gotten so many reasons. Like every single time I ask, it's a new reason. You were too young. But then I turned out to be like a fucking year older than most of the kids in my grades. Like, oh, most people in senior year are like 17 when they graduate. I'm 18. I'm part of the older group. So I was not too young in kindergarten. I was perfect age. My grades were it was probably my grades. Because my grades were always bad. But another reason I've gotten was because I was such a bad kid. Because I was going to the principal's office like every other fucking week. I don't know what the hell was like going through my system and my brain my first year of kindergarten, but I was like the worst fucking kid. I was eating crowns. I got double pneumonia. My grandma actually was like a helper. Actually, that was really fun. I love my grandma. Also, I once like got a hold of my jeans and I was going to go I went to the nurse, so I had to go to the lost and found to like get a new pair of jeans. And then when I was in the nurse, I like ripped the hole super super big. So like basically my entire leg was showing. They were like they came back in the room. They were like, you just ripped a whole fucking you just ripped your jeans apart. You don't get a new pair of jeans. You're going back to class. But now even more of my skin is showing. So you didn't fix the problem like at all. You just made the problem worse. I know I did, but I'm a kid. I'm a kid in kindergarten. That's what kids do. They're stupid. So you made the problem even worse. That's on you now. But yeah, everybody like literally like I went back to class and like people were like looking under their desks so they could see my bare ass leg. Like everybody was like so interested in my bare ass leg. Like what the fuck? Like okay, I get it. All right, you can stop looking. I don't know. But anyway, I was a very bad kid. I don't I don't know why. And then you know gradually I should pretty fast. Like I remember like even in like fourth grade, I'd say. I was a pretty shy kid. It was mostly like, I think all throughout elementary school, I was, you know, relatively social, kind of. I don't know. I think it was just the fact that, like, the mean girls just kept getting meaner, and they would like put on an act to be all nice and friendly, and then they secretly just fucking hated you, like wanted to beat the shit out of you. I don't know. I don't know what they were thinking, but they definitely did not like me. They were rude as hell to me. I don't know what the fuck I ever did to any of them. They just did not like me at all. I was part of like the cringe kind of group. And I don't know. I never really even fit in there either. Like I guess in you know, I guess in like elementary school I did, but I feel like even like in like throughout middle school, I just got like I just stopped. I don't know. I didn't fit in with the popular like basic girls, but I also didn't fit in with the weird cringe people, so I was kind of in the in between. So, but also it's just the fact that like I don't know. I've never really been someone's like bestest friend. Actually, I was once. I was twice actually, now that I think about it. There was one girl, mm, second year of kindergarten to like first grade. We were best friends. Sisters. And I still remember her first and last name, even though it was really hard to remember, really long. Still remember it. We wanted to like I don't know, we like wanted to do everything together. We wanted to like have play dates and sleepovers and hang out. We were literally like, oh, core memory just came back. This might be a TMI, but we literally gave each other like paper cuts. Um and like we mixed our blood together. I know you can get an infection from that, but we didn't, thank God. That was so weird and stupid of us, but like we wanted to be blood sisters. So, who knows? I could still have that tiny little bit of blood in me. Alright, anyway. Yeah, no fucking wonder all those other popular girls fucking hated me. I was the weirdest fucking weirdo ever. Good lord. The fuck? Anyway. And then I had another close friend who, I think, yeah, second grade, so basically right after my other friend moved away. Um, Honestly, we were like twins, literally. Like, this was the person who had the gap in their teeth. And although we like low key, I feel like we fought a lot. Like, we were always arguing. But we were always like, in the end, we were always friends. And I think that was really that was just like a level of friendship that is really hard to achieve. But um like I don't know. Even though they had brown hair and brown eyes and I had blonde hair and blue eyes, so we were like opposites, we were still like so the same. You know? We like the same toys, we like the same things. We would constantly be arguing about Five Nights at Freddy's lore. Um, and then in like fourth grade, uh, like fourth grade, um, we both got haircuts, and they were like basically identical. Like my friend, I had another friend, right? I think it was just 5th grade, but I had one friend, and like we like switched hoodies, and my friend put the hood up, and my friend literally thought like it was me. So, but we got the same haircuts, and like there was like that spirit week thing and like themes for every day of the week, and it was like twin day or whatever, and we literally dressed up in the same clothes. So we were like sisters from different misters or whatever. Why am I doing that? I shouldn't do that. But I don't know. And then middle school came around and we like fought and argued. And then we like low key just, separated. We became distant and too busy for each other. I mean, I guess we still tried to be friends, but it was just kind of difficult. I mean, they're really smart. They're like fucking extremely smart, and I'm extremely stupid. So we never really had any of the same classes, and so it was just no point, I guess. And then, like, we used to text and call every single day. We were that close. And then in middle school, it was like deuces. And then in high school, it wasn't really much better, other than the fact that we got to sit together at lunch. We always, like, sat together at lunch and, spent power hour. Oh, I don't know if every school has that, but we would have, like, this power hour, which is, like, study, like, you go to, like, any class that you have and, like, study or, like, do homework or whatever, hang out, and then go to lunch. Or lunch and then a class. Anyway, we'd do that together. And then in like sophomore year, we just separated again. But whenever we saw each other in hallways and stuff, we would like, hi, miss you, bye. Because we have to go to separate classes because we never had the same fucking class. That really sucked. We still have each other on Instagram, but we don't talk. It's actually really sad if you think about it. So I think about them all the time sometimes. It's like I miss them a lot. But it's also just because I don't have any other friends. They were like one of the only people that like I don't think ever judged me. They were with me through thick and thin. They were with me through cringe and ugly. Like, they were never there to judge me. They were just there to be with me. I love them a lot. I hope they're doing well, actually. They literally were like they would be taking classes over summers, like I guess to make their college like less years in college. I don't know. But I honestly, I think they have a super successful future. I see a really successful future for them. And I really hope that they do achieve it because they deserve to be happy. Truly. Like one of the sweetest people ever. I know we argued a lot throughout, our entire friendship. But, hey man, even through the arguing, they stuck with me. They were like right by my side. So, they are the GOAT. I think that was like one of the only real friends that I've ever had. I know that kind of sounds sad, but I think it's kind of sweet to me, you know, to have someone that was like, that's with you through anything. Also, the fact that, um, Like, even their mom, like, knew that I didn't have a very great family. You know, it was always just some bullshit drama. But their mom literally, like, invited me to have Thanksgiving one year. I don't think I got to because my dad was like, what the fuck? Like, no, you are not their family. Like, that would be weird. Which, okay, damn. But I don't know. I guess this video is just been me talking about elementary school. But honestly, I hated all school, especially like I don't know. Elementary school was just like, although it was pretty, I feel like it was the more carefree times in my life. It was also bad times because it shaped me into the person that I became, basically. And I don't like me. So, oh my god. But I seriously don't. Like, I I blame well myself first and foremost, but I also blame the mean girls for being mean to me. I blame the fact that I never got to like experience a lot of friendship, so it's been always hard to communicate. I still struggle to like know how to be like a good friend. I struggle to hold conversations, you know? Basically, I struggle to be like basic social. Like I struggle socially in the most basic ways. I don't know. Um because nobody ever wanted to be my fucking friend. And whenever somebody did, it was always like the ones that were just like oh so strange. It was like the kids that were like weirder than me. Um but they usually smelled bad, so I didn't want to hang around them. I don't know, it's like that sounds selfish, but it's not my fucking fault. That guy chose not to shower. Okay? And he smelled really bad and I couldn't stand it. I'm sorry. Anyway, so yeah. For me, elementary school was if I could go back I probably would, honestly. Because that was like I mean up until like 4th grade maybe. I had a good relationship with my mom. I didn't have to worry about getting my period. I didn't have to worry about, how I looked. I didn't have to worry about the future. I didn't have to worry about like anything. So and honestly, even without friends, I was able to, make life fun. So kudos to me. I was just invested in my Shopkins and my other toys that I collected. The Roblox. I was on that shit before most people. Not most people, but like, bro. Me and my like, friends that I did have, we were like we were on Roblox before all the other people, you know. We played Roblox before it was cool. And also Minecraft. I did at least. I grew up on that shit. I don't remember having like I think I only had like one friend who played Minecraft. And it was, of course, the only friend who stuck with me through it all. And even though we argued and argued, I still had fun. It's like, you know, that one couple in The Amazing World of Gumball? I forgot their names, fuck. But they're basically like the neighbors of Gumball. And all they do is argue, but in the end they still love each other. That was kind of me and my friend. It's like, sometimes I miss the arguments, you know? I would so much rather be arguing with them than not talking to them at all. That's kind of romantic. We were just friends. It's like a lost love story of friends. I'm talking. I'm literally just. I'm talking about them like they were like my past lover or something. I mean, we honestly could have been. We were like inseparable, but I feel like we were like more of like siblings. So it would be kind of weird. If they were my lover, you know. Um. Anyway, I also logged into my like really old Roblox account and I saw texts between me and one of those old friends. It was so crazy to me. I don't know why. Like, damn, I was annoying as fuck, but that friend was dry as hell. Like, it honestly seemed like they fucking hated me. Which at one point they did actually. Actually, they do now. But back in elementary school, something happened, and me and that friend, and honestly, like a lot of friends, or like, not really, but like two other people, weren't friends with me for a while, which, understandable, but honestly, like, alright. And then we became friends again the next year. Um, but honestly, I don't know. I feel like I was friends with one of them. I don't remember. I think it was. No, I can't remember. But I was friends with one of them before I was friends with the other ones, you know? And then the other ones came along. But now all of them are friends, and I don't know. If I'm being totally honest, I feel like we kind of grew out of each other. That's why we just don't get along. We don't have like the same kind of personalities, you know? But honestly, in my defense, one of the reasons why I'm not friends with one of them is because they took my humor, which I was kind of copying off of their humor. They took mine as being, mean, which confuses me to the max. Because I was literally just mimicking them, basically. I was like, this is how you want to joke, let's joke like that then. If that's how we're gonna, like, be friends and that's, like, the kind of humor that we're gonna use, sure, I'm fine with that. It was funny to me. But now I'm just confused. Because you never acted like my friend, though. You know? Like, you chose everyone else over me. So I didn't know that we were like actually like friends, you know? Like you even chose dick cheese over me. And that's a new low. That was a new low for me. I was like, what the fuck? You're even choosing dick cheese over me? Wow. We must not really be friends then. But you know, shit happens, man. I hope they're all doing well though. They were all sweet. They were all like, you know, sweet for the most part. I just feel like we just clashed, you know. Um, I don't know. It's honestly, it doesn't really bother me that much anymore. I mean, it used to because it was like, you know, those were my friends for a long time. Kind of, I guess. I mean, they chose, you know, I guess they kind of always preferred the other ones over me. Like, I was never really invited to things, and but I mean, I guess their parents didn't really like me either. Nobody really liked me. Nobody ever liked me. So, I've always been the problem. I've kind of come to terms with that. I don't really care anymore, to be honest. Because, you know, the friends that I do have now, at least there's one friend that, like, I've actually, like, met, you know, well, not their parent, but, like, their legal guardian, basically. And we got along pretty well, so it kind of, it's like, it's a hit or miss kind of thing. You either like me or you don't. I don't mind though. It's not really my problem. If you don't like me, then well shit. I'm sorry. I don't know. Sorry, I spilled glitter and I don't want to put it to waste. Anyway, I'm gonna do the rest off camera because this video is already way too long. But if you guys ever like have anything like that you want me to talk about, please do tell. Because I never know what I'm gonna talk about. I just don't have anything interesting, I guess. Like I will think and think and think. Like sometimes I do come up with ideas, but you know, it's hard. Like I don't know what you guys want to hear. You know? Like what do you guys want to hear? What do you guys want me to talk about? You know what I mean? 'Cause you guys are the people watching this. I'm not watching my own videos. Sometimes well, actually, sometimes I do because I'm just like I wonder like sometimes I don't know. Why do sometimes I click on my own videos just to like watch it, I guess. But I never really watch it. I'm more of just staring at myself like, you know, I don't know why. I guess I'm just trying to find the flaws in myself. Like always. But um yeah. If you guys ever like have anything that you want me to talk about, do tell. Because I wanna hear it. And I wanna know. So I love you guys so much. Seriously, like, this is, like, I love seeing you guys comment, like, your opinions and your thoughts. I mean, it doesn't really happen that often. I'm not very popular. But when it does, I'm like, oh, this is interesting. I want to hear this. I want to read this. You know what I mean? It's interesting. So, never be afraid to comment because I do read it. I'm still a small enough of a creator to read every single comment. Believe it or not. But seriously, I love you guys so much. I feel like I'm gonna burp. I'm sorry. Excuse me. I don't know. I love you guys so much. If you enjoyed this, consider liking and subscribing. I don't think I've ever said that before, but consider it, please. Um, take care of yourselves. Love yourselves. Um, just be yourself. Don't be afraid to don't try to fit into anybody else's standards because if you try to change and become someone that you aren't, you just won't be fulfilled. You won't be happy. So, love yourself, be yourself, take care of yourself because you deserve it. And I love you guys. Peace out.